Hello everyone. It's me, Jessica. Welcome in. Today we are getting straight into a little Halloween build as it is Halloween. So happy Halloween out there if you celebrate. It wouldn't be a video of mine if I didn't butcher a word in like the first 60 seconds though. So welcome. Today we're not doing a face cam because my face cam camera is not working properly. I do have a new one and I just need to change it out and change some settings around, but I simply do not want to deal with that right now because the reality is that today is also, it's Halloween, right? So it's Halloween and I have a 5-year-old, so I'm going to be doing some stuff with my daughter. I'm going to let her decide today because that's kind of how her brain works. Is I can't ask her like this morning or yesterday or a week ago. I can't ask her beforehand to say, what do you want to be for Halloween? Because we're not there yet. She's not quite grasped some concepts there. So effectively, we're just I'm going to get her from school and then I'm going to hold up a few different costumes that we have and I'm going to let her pick what she would like to dress up as, essentially. So my point there is not only do I have that going on in my life today, but I'm trying to finish this little voiceover right now. And I'm pretty close to being done with this, so I should have this up to you guys in the next 3 or so hours. But it's also 1:54 p.m. where I'm at, and that means that the pack has already come out. The new Life and Death pack has been released, and I already downloaded it into my game. I don't have it when you're watching this, and I did think about going in and adding stuff from that pack into this build, and I was like, no, because no, there's plenty of time to build with that pack. And I just want to stay on track. So I'm going to finish, this little voiceover for you guys, and you get to watch how the lot is coming along kind of decently at this point. It ends up being I wanted it to feel a bit like the shack in the woods, if you would, or something of that sort. I wanted it to feel like grandma's cottage that is not stylish, a little outdated. I didn't make it very dirty, so, maybe it's upkept a little bit. However, I did make it very just cluttered with Halloween stuff for this moment. So I'm very excited to let you guys see how it comes together because I think that it is a pretty cute little house. All in all, I changed the lighting to be a little more of a yellow hue, and then I dimmed the lighting a little bit in the end because I just thought that it kind of helped bring the story together. The shack on the side of the house, or the shed, if you will, I actually did not furnish that on camera. I kind of forgot about it. I furnished half of it on camera, and then I did the yard. I finished all the yard and everything. I got debug pumpkins out from Cottage Living, all this stuff, and I just kind of forgot about it. There was kind of a visual glitch happening there with the patches, so I went ahead and I moved the garden patches over, so I don't know, it wasn't doing that visual glitch anymore. And then what did I do? I just put a pond there. I just said, fine, I will fill you with water. So that's what I did. I put a very small pond there. I made it have the pond scum water. I did all sorts of just overgrowth, and I liked this lot in the end, the overgrowth, and I did a little bit, as you can see, I placed a dead tree from vampires there. We're in the vampires world, if you didn't already catch on to that. I like the vampires world a lot for Halloween builds especially, but obviously it's spooky because it's the Halloween world. The Halloween, oh my god, the vampires world. Halloween Town. But yeah, in my head, I almost thought that this was Grandma from Halloween Town. This could be her house. So there are no nods to that movie at all. There are just literally pumpkins everywhere. There ends up being a pumpkins carving station, where I thought maybe this person kind of sets up their house for all of October. Maybe they do a bit of a a local pumpkin patch for the neighborhood or something like that. Because in my head, like it just kind of started to take shape, like there's just pumpkin stuff everywhere. And so that's kind of what I did is I kept trying to tell the story to be some sort of pumpkin old person. Pumpkin old person. That makes so much sense. Not really, but yeah, I didn't have move objects on yet, but there I turned it on. So I was like, get with the program, Jessica, just turn it on. But I did put some of the like silly stuff out from the actual spooky stuff pack, and I thought that that was kind of fun to play around with. This chimney, though, it gave me a lot of shit. I wanted to use that chimney in specific, but I ended up just choosing a different chimney. I think it came with growing together. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. I've lost track of all the icons, and it's hard to keep them straight. I'm getting like some of the newer packs, like I'm getting the hang of them. And don't worry, I do eventually smooth out the pond so it doesn't look so jagged. Because I think I realized eventually that it looked very jagged and just wild. Naturally, all the orange flowers that I placed and stuff as I went into live mode to try and get the fall time effect for screenshots, all the plants just died, which naturally, like that does happen in the fall. So I guess it's good for storytelling purposes, but I was kind of like missing the orange flowers as I was taking the screenshots, and yeah, because they were just all dead already, all dead. What else? I'm trying to think if there's any other little like Easter eggs. I naturally, like in the shed, I did put a lot of crafting stuff. I think that I just like playing that way myself. So I envision that maybe other people would appreciate that if they were to download this and maybe get rid of all the pumpkins. You don't have to keep all the pumpkins unless you really like them. They're kind of cute. I made like a Zen garden of pumpkins. You'll see that. But yeah, in the shed, I ended up putting like a cauldron, a crystal table, a woodworking table, and a candle making station, because I just felt like all those things, they kind of made sense. And there is one garden planter that goes in there. So yeah, I feel like it made sense in the end as like a little worker's shed, but I did forget to furnish that on camera, because I forgot to furnish it all together, and then as I realized it, I was like, I'm not hitting record at this point. I'm not doing it, I'm not. But as you can see, I kind of ended up leaving this main room as one big room, and I know that that's not really practical when it comes to like this style of house, if you will, it being like an old cottage. But I really just, sometimes in The Sims, it's more functional for gameplay and like the access of routing to not section everything off and have it, because I was already going to try and fit kind of a few things in that main room. So we end up having like a tiny little seating area over there by the fireplace. I did actually put a TV in this house. I don't put TVs in all of my houses when I'm doing like a specialized house, especially if it's a smaller build. But I did give them a house in this, or a house. I gave them a house. Oh my God. I gave them a TV in this one. But we also have like a little L-shaped kitchen. And then in the L-shaped kitchen, I managed to put a 2-seater dining table as well. But I love that orange tile. I love it. I absolutely love it. Don't pay any attention to the bedroom wallpaper at this point. I was really like, I kind of like that wallpaper, and I was trying to force myself to use it, and I was like, oh, it's kind of autumnal with the like red tones. I don't know, it's kind of like a red pink. But in the end, I get in there, and what do? I put a whole purple bed in there. And I said, immediately I saw it and I said, okay, I've got to change everything that I'd put in there was like more of a red orange tone. And then I did that and it just changed everything. So once I placed the purple bed in there, you'll see at that point, I think I just focused on the bedroom, and it really did come together pretty cutely, but it kind of takes more of a purple tone. So I don't know, kind of fun. I really enjoy like doing speed builds or just recreational building in general. Like if you're maybe not someone who plays on YouTube, but you just want to get better at building. Something that I did before I had a YouTube channel actually was I would just go around my world and I would just kind of like renovate the existing house. So you're not so much focusing on building the house from the ground up, but you're like allowing yourself to keep designing new rooms. And I think that's a lot of fun. But I do recommend to anyone to just build from the ground up. Build, 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 build. Because the more that you practice building, the more that your style reveals itself to you, and you figure out like how you like to build in The Sims, right? Because everyone builds differently. I think I am more of a like I decorate like this every single time, whereas like Lil Simsy, for instance, we give her the joke of being like a blue suburban type player. But yeah, I don't know if you caught that, but I did put like a different cabinet above the stove than actually belongs with that whole pack. I believe I used horse ranch for everything. Like the kitchen is horse ranch, but that cabinet above the stove is actually the jungle adventure one. And I think that they pair pretty closely together. If you look hard at it, you can tell that they're different. But if you just kind of glaze over it and you don't pay a whole lot of attention to it, right, like at a glance, it's good. It's fine. It's pretty cohesive in tone. And so I went ahead and I just went for it. I try to do that a lot in The Sims because it's not matchy-matchy. They do use different tones all the time. So I feel like I've really tried to force myself to just get over it whenever the tones don't match. And you can tell in this shot, there are like 4 different tones of wood. The door is a different tone than the countertops, and they're a different tone than the floors, which are also a different tone from the cabinets. At least the archway is like the same tone as the wall panels and the floorboards. The floorboards and the wall panels do match pretty well. But yeah, I don't know. It's just funny. Like building in The Sims, you're just always trying to like match, and it's really difficult. So you just gotta, I don't know, just live your life in The Sims and abandon that every now and then. So the house is coming together though. You're getting to see the kitchen, and I do really like the hodgepodge decoration style that came together in this. I put a lot of clutter in the kitchen space, and I left like there's the everyday clutter kit. You get that coffee mug that I've placed on the dining room table. You get that in that pack. And I just thought it's the dirty swatch on it. And I thought that that was so much fun to put on the dining room table because, again, little old person vibes, like just some old sim living here, going through their days, just they're growing pumpkins in my head. That's why I put like the whole pumpkin patch area. And I did place pumpkins in there. So if you download this house, you will have pumpkins ready to go. But yeah, I don't know. It was just a lot of fun putting this house together. And I felt like it was, in the end, like there was a good touch of my personal style that I like to like put boho things everywhere in every house. But also like old people things. Like that rug, I feel like ties in really well to just bringing the living room space is like an old person's. I don't know if that makes sense. But the couch with the rug, it's giving old person. But I really like how the bathroom came together. The blue and orange was like giving Halloween in kind of a different way than I was expecting. And I just thought it was kind of fun. So I did that. I did include some stuff, as you can see, for a cat. I thought that it would be kind of fun to like play pretend that this person that lives here and tends to pumpkins all the time, maybe they have a cat or two. I don't know. So, yeah, that's something that I went ahead and I played into the storyline. And then I think I put like a spooky house picture. Because I thought maybe the spooky house is obviously not the house that we're in. But I thought maybe it was like some family heirloom, some family house that overall, like, I liked the vibe of it. And then same here with, I placed the picture on the wall first. And then I decided that I wanted to put the window, like, behind the picture. Pardon me. The window behind the picture on purpose. And so I did that, and I still put like the drapes over it and stuff in the bedroom. And so my idea for the bedroom just started slowly coming together as this like semi hermit of a sim that does obviously like is fine with covering up an entire window in their house and just like growing pumpkins all year. But overall, I didn't do anything too spooky. I kept thinking about making like a super spooky house. And so I don't know, maybe I missed like the mark there. Maybe I should have just followed my gut there and made like a whole cemetery and stuff. But we're gonna have the new cemetery like lot type comes in this pack. So I think naturally The Sims 4 was just kind of giving us the okay to go ahead and act like November is October for 2024. And we're allowed to just build cemeteries and spooky houses and haunted houses all we want because they've given us a brand new pack for it. At the end of the month, you know, I mean, honestly, it's perfect. The release date is perfect. But if we had it in the middle of the month or something, it probably would have aligned to where, like, we could have been building with it for Halloween. But like I said, they just gave us the okay to have, like, a 2-month October. So I'm kind of okay with that. And I'm going to be here for all the Simmers doing all their content and just having all the fun with it because the Life and Death Pack is really for the Sims community as a whole. Like, I feel like it's really hitting the nail on the head as far as like what the average Sim player actually wants. So I'm really excited to see what everyone does with it. What else? I'm trying to think if there's really anything else that I'm missing, and I kind of just keep rambling, which is not a bad thing for anyone. Yeah, just rambling. I don't know. Do you guys have anything fun that you're doing for Halloween? Are you guys excited for Halloween where you're at? Do you celebrate? You know what I mean? Like, what you guys got going on? And if not, what are the holidays? There we go, holidays where you're at. And I know, like, some, like Dia de los Muertos is obviously not Halloween, but I know some of the other spooky, if you will, holidays. But anyways, getting off track. Where are we with the build? Okay, so we're starting to actually add clutter, and we're adding some stuff to the walls. So at this point, I've tried to add in some more like family heirloom stuff. Like we have the tackle box, the picture of the ancestor lady who I don't know. Like, is that the mother of this sim? Is that the past partner? Who knows? But there's the purple bed, and this is where everything changes in this bedroom. And honestly, I really like how it came together. So we'll just kind of watch that together. But yeah, I started adding more and more clutter in and more stuff to try and bring it around. So the Realm of Magic wallpaper there is the one I landed on. And it's kind of like that dusty purple swatch. And then I don't know, like I like how the tapestry on the wall almost perfectly matches the rug that I put on the floor. It was just really speaking to me. So there was like a purple and blue and black color scheme in this bedroom by the end of it. And I think that it looks really cute when it's all said and done. I did add laundry to this lot. So what's not pictured in this room is the laundry hamper that I actually put next to this dresser. But there ends up being, like at the very end of the video, I think that you get to see, I add a laundry like line and wash bin out at the back of the house. Because I kind of like didn't do a whole lot with the back of the house. I thought overall it just kind of, it was not really for a backyard. The house is pretty far back on the lot anyways, because the whole lot was really to be focused on the idea of like the pumpkin patch stuff. So there is a back door and there is technically a tiny back patio. I ended up putting the cat box out on that back patio and also like an art easel, I believe, because it's good to have different things for your Sims to do for fun and also like different ways to make money. What else? I feel like I'm starting to slowly run out of things to yammer on about when it comes to this build. So I may, in fact, go ahead and leave you guys with music. I will, in fact, be putting this lot on the gallery, of course, and I've got a bunch of pictures at the end as far as like a tour. I'm just kind of doing like the screenshot slideshow again. So I don't know what you guys prefer as far as like I know what I like, and I like all the above. I'm really extra where I like to put it in like tab mode, like first person mode, and I like to walk through the house. But that also takes a lot of time. It takes like a good 15 minutes if the house is big enough. Something like this, it's pretty small and it kind of defeats the purpose to sit there and try. So I feel like overall, like just doing a in-person look at it is kind of nice because you get to see it like you would see it as a player. And you can typically get a pretty good view of everything. It's just like the knickknacks. I always think it's so fun to see the knickknacks up close. So I think that like a screenshot slideshow gives you a bunch of the energy of the building from that first person view, but it's a little quicker and easier to navigate through. So those are my thoughts on the different types of tours. I'm not that anybody asked, but that's just me yammering on for a little bit longer. But yeah, there's not actually a whole lot more time, so I will leave you guys with some music to transition from the last little bit of the speed build right here into the screenshots. So you guys have a happy Halloween if you do celebrate, and keep a lookout. I'm pretty excited to be recording with the Murphy family in the next like few days, and I'm also going to be recording a new Minecraft part as well. I've been dying to do a part 2 on that, but I've been trying to finish like my couple of fall builds that I was hoping to have posted to you. So I got the witch's house to you, and then this is the other one I was hoping to get to you. So I am just such a busy mom, and it's like I sit here and I get so tired trying to edit as it gets a little bit later. So I'm still in bed by like 11:30 every night, regardless of if I have editing to finish or not. I just can't do it. So anyways, just talking about how I'm old and I'm tired, and it's true. But yeah, love you guys. Happy Halloween. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.